So, why is Robin on the show?
I don't feel like we need her for any of this.
What up, y'all? This is Ladies Who KEKE. Ladies Who KEKE. My name is Dana B.
And I am Cassie J. And I'm glad to be back, you guys. Sorry I missed you guys.
Yes. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So, y'all, we're here to bring you that Real Housewives of Potomac Season 6, Episode 2.
Sing for your supper. I didn't want to call nobody singing.
So. Well, we realized why the sing topic got brought up.
Oh, so. That was the sing from, I'm thinking like sing like sing.
No, well, yeah, if you say sing alone, but when you say sing, that's a prison, okay? In New York.
Girl, I'm slow.
So that's the name of this dang on show, but we'll get into why this sing even got brought up. So anyway.
Stupid.
Anyway. So, it resumes with the conversation at dinner where the ladies is questioning what the heck is sing because the first episode, Karen was like, and then we had to go to sing or something weird.
Yeah, so Karen brought up the sing. You know, you had a hot box and everybody knows you had a hot box from Hampton, and then that's why we had to go to Sing. And they was like, what is a hot box? Is this old people's terms?
So I love me some Karen. I'm gonna keep saying that.
I love me some Karen. You're gonna have to.
But we'll get into it because Lord, Karen done. She was doing the most.
Karen, you wasn't drunk, so we can't be like, well, Karen was drunk. You wasn't drunk, Karen. You was.
Again, I love me some Karen. Lord knows I do. But girl, you was on 10 this episode with your foolishness.
For no reason.
Right. So, as the ladies are still at the dinner table, Mia, because we all know that Gizelle, well, at the dinner table, Gizelle said I don't know, we could have a kumbaya moment because she's not messing with Karen. So Mia, the new girl of the group, aka also Karen's friend, she is going to say, you know, well, I'm a really good judge of character, and I could just tell that Gizelle has a good heart. Mind you, this was at dinner while she's sitting right next to Gizelle. You know, Gizelle has a really nice heart. So
I don't like Mia. I don't like Mia. I don't support Mia. I don't feel like she's a real friend, as we talked about. Mia, you came with Karen. First of all, I understand they had the seating arrangement, so that's not your fault that you wasn't sitting beside Karen. However, you see what's happening here. You hear the conversation that's going on. And for you to be like, well, I'm a good judge of character, and I feel that, no, Gizelle has a good heart. I feel that energy. Girl, I don't care if that's how you felt. Your friend says, I got a problem. You should have stood by your friend.
Well, it gets a little worse with Mia befriending Gizelle. Nevertheless, so Karen did say what started her beef with Gizelle. According to Karen, 4 years ago, this all started when Ray was telling Gizelle, you know, you got to settle down soon because, you know, you're beautiful, but your looks ain't going to keep you or last always. Honey. So Gizelle, in her confessional, she said, basically, Ray, you'll be 6 feet deep before my looks go anywhere. That comment started this whole beef with, well, this is Karen's reason for starting the beef with Gizelle.
It triggered her.
It triggered her. Robin, I think I did ask Karen, like, why didn't you say something 4 years ago? Karen is going to say, well, my kids were small and I think about my children and da 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 da.
They were 19 and 27.
This is my point where I keep saying, Karen, you're my girl and I love you now, but you're full of shit, okay?
Okay.
And why would that comment upset you more than Gizelle making fun of Ray when he was going through his bankruptcy? That for me should have been, I didn't appreciate you making fun of my man when he was going through his financial situation. You weren't a friend, you were making fun of it. That would have been more logical, Karen.
Or when the stuff with the house, that whole prank they played with the pizza thing and saying that you really don't have a house, y'all are homeless, talking about Ray's, private part and stuff like that, making jokes about that.
There's a plethora of things for you to say because you said that he'll be 6 feet deep before this goes. I mean,
she said that was her wishing death upon Ray, and that was unacceptable. She did not appreciate that. I didn't take that as her saying that she was wishing death upon him. Right. I don't see how anybody else might have felt that way. She was just saying, you'll be long gone before I am no longer attractive. That'd be like somebody saying, you'll be long gone before I ask you for help, which means I will die before I ask you for help. Right. That does not mean I'm saying, I hope you die tomorrow. That just means you're the last person I'm going to ask for help. Like, yeah. Period.
Or like Ray, he's up there in age. And so basically I'll be beautiful for way longer than
I got about 30 more years on these looks. You don't really have 30 more years, I don't feel in my spirit on earth. That's what she's saying.
So Karen's reason was very clear at the dinner table what started with Gizelle, okay? So they have their dinner, they finish up. Mia decide, well, she wants to become friends with Gizelle and Robin, and they exchange numbers.
Now, before that, Wendy gets up and she's letting everybody see. She's like, well, wait, I want to celebrate. Well, I appreciated Wendy for checking Robin. She was like, Robin, this is between Gizelle and Karen. Let that be between them. There's no need for you to be interjecting. And that is true. This is a issue between them two. We don't need you to interject and put in your 2 cents and all that. Like, no one else is saying anything, so you don't need to say anything. Like, stay out of it. Let them two have it. I understand it's your homegirl. You always be wanting to walk around behind her and stuff, but Gizelle's a big girl. She can handle this on her own. And Robin got, a little disturbed by it because she was like, nobody's ganging up on Karen. I'm just saying. You do this all the time, though, Robin. Every time Gizelle gets into it with somebody, especially like Karen, you want to feel the need to, I got your back, girl.
Well, you heard last season when Robin didn't have her back and Gizelle had a little hissy fit.
Exactly. She had a whole fit.
She made sure she trained her well, honey. He's like, no, when there is an issue with us, you have my back, okay?
When there's an issue, we have an issue. When I have an issue, we have an issue. So Wendy gets up. She shows everybody her body. She finally admits that she did get her booty done. And again, Robin's kind of like, well, why didn't you just say that when I asked you? She said, because I want to reveal my body the way I want to reveal my body.
I ain't gonna lie, that is weird. Just say, I gotta, you wanted to reveal one thing, but we obviously noticed something else different. I don't know, that was weird for Wendy. Like, Wendy, for one, you just say you had a mommy makeover.
Yeah, I had a total body makeover.
About your boobs. You got some other things done.
So Mia took it as, oh, she only did that because I said all the work that I did. Noted. This is another reason why I don't like Mia. She's coming off very snobbish, very uppity.
Honestly, I liked her. My first impression was a good one of Mia. I thought that she was down to earth. I do have a change of heart after watching this. I'm like, oh, I see some things I don't like. I'm gonna have an open mind, but there's some red flags. I'm like, maybe I'm not really gonna like Mia because
this season sealed it for me. I mean, this episode sealed it for me. I don't see her being able to do anything to change my mind on her.
So now when Mia exchanged numbers with Robin and Gizelle, Wendy peeped that. Wendy was looking like, Wendy,
No, go
what?
ahead.
Wendy was like, wait a minute, you came with Karen. Karen's your friend. You supposed to
Right.
ride for your friend. You're not supposed to be friend to two people that she's not friends with. And I'm not saying that it's supposed to be some high school thing. No, you know what I mean? If you really genuinely have a connection with someone, then have it. Um, I don't like, so Wendy had her eye out on Mia. And
Right.
I do feel like rightfully so, because because we saw how Wendy was. Wendy was not messing with Monique. I feel like she did not give Monique a fair chance because of her friendship with Candice. So
Yeah,
already Wendy ain't feeling Miss Mia. She's like, something about that girl. And trust and believe it's gonna
it's
build
gonna
towards
come
the
back up
end.
again.
So we then see Mia at her home, and we start seeing her lifestyle, and we get introduced
Her day
to
to
her
day.
husband and her kids. And even though for him to be 30 years older, or 30 plus years older, he has a young spirit. You know what I
He
mean? For an
did.
older guy. It's almost
You
70, but he has
know,
a young spirit.
they say you are as old as you feel. If you take care of yourself, you're gonna age gracefully. That's why they say you only got one body. You gotta take care of. You stay in health. You eat good. You drink water. You mind your business. You don't stress. You see people all the time. You see like the Nia Longs, the Angela Bassett's. You see people and you're like, when they say that they 60 years old, you're like, 60 where?
Facts. Facts, honey, because that
You look
Angela
at
Bassett,
Pharrell, we don't
honey.
know how old Pharrell is. I don't care what you say.
He a
Pharrell,
vampire. That man is a vampire. He
I don't
112
care.
years old. I ain't lying. He a
Listen,
vampire.
when I seen Method Man on the BET Awards, I was like,
Yes. He
what
can
is
get
happening here?
it. Oh, that man can get it. I don't care. He could be in his 50s. I don't care, honey. Mm, mm. That man is
But it
fine,
is
man. I'm telling you.
it's about how you take care of yourself and the lifestyle
And your
that you live.
energy. Yeah, yeah.
So you can do that. You don't have to go out and have surgeries. Um, but I wasn't done. Now it's nothing wrong with doing it.
Mm-mm.
But it's not as necessary to do so much when you take care of your body. I think even, people like me alone might have had a little Botox here, a little something here and there, but have to get a whole mind makeover,
Right,
like
right,
some people.
right.
But to each his own. I'm not against surgery. I'm for surgery as long as you're not hurting nobody, you do nothing too crazy. Don't change your whole face, Lil' Kim. Don't change your whole face.
Shots fired.
I love Kim, but I just want to recognize you tomorrow. That's all.
Yeah, yeah. She did a lot. A
I just want to recognize you tomorrow.
lot.
That's all. That's all. That's all, people.
So then we go to Candice. Honestly, surprisingly, shockingly, I like Candice this season thus far. I'm liking how she has her storyline. She's no longer woe is me and crying and depressed and
She
acting
had
like a spoiled brat.
one moment of it wasn't really a woe with me. She had a one moment where she started to present the victim card. We'll
Man.
talk about it a little later. But
Oh, with the Karen situation.
She didn't fully play into it. But
Yeah.
my thing is Candice. I liked Candice when she first came on. I just didn't like the whole Monique fiasco last year.
Yeah, because she
Before
really didn't
that,
take accountability for what she did.
yeah,
That was the main issue. She was not accountable for her actions.
Yeah.
And it's like, ma'am, you're not the victim. You are a willing participant in an unfortunate situation.
She was traumatized.
But anywho, so this season she's more focused. Her storyline thus far is regarding
family,
her acting, her family. Yes. She's going back to school to get her master's. She wants to, continue singing. So I like this productive Candice. I really do. I do like her showing the mommy side, showing the I'm working side. I'm
the
busy.
Wife side.
You know what I mean? Chris is her her husband, her manager. I'm sorry. Officially her husband. Chris is officially her manager thus far. For her career, I guess, because he ain't got no job. He got to do something.
The man has a job. Girl.
What?
Listen, He was teaching people cooking classes virtually. That pays, okay? Virtual classes pay money, okay? People go online to get degrees and they pay a lot of money for that, okay? All right.
Okay, well, I'll say this. He has a lot of time on his hands. How about that?
He has more time due to the
To play
pandemic.
golf. To play golf.
Moving on.
Moving on, we can. So Ashley's mom visits. This was the thing that it was cute that her mom visited and stuff. She asked, Ashley says that Michael is now answering on the first ring when she calls. They talk about they have a nanny, which is very helpful. Now, the thing that kind of disturbed me, why are you having detailed conversations about your sex life with your mom?
I was gonna say that once I was waiting for you to get to that point. I don't understand. Listen, really, all honestly, they could left this whole scene out for me. I really didn't need this scene.
I don't need to know that you're using different holes to please Michael.
Right.
I could care less.
Like I don't need a blow by blow, a play by play about what go on with you and Michael. He do his little thing to me, I do his little thing to him, and I don't give a goddamn.
At all.
Okay.
So I was kind of disturbed by that. I'm like, okay, y'all, that was just weird.
Okay, weird. Girl, I'm glad that you feel you trust your husband a little bit more, whatever the case may be. Good, glad. Okay, thumbs up.
So then Robin goes to Gizelle's house. Now I will say that Giselle shows all the house renovations and her updated decor. She shows her the West Wing because apparently the West Wing is officially finished. I will say, because I'm not a hater, her house looks gorgeous inside. Inside is gorgeous. That West Wing is gorgeous on the inside. Even Robin had to admit on the outside it looks busted and disgusted, but on the inside it's beautiful. It does look like she just took one house and glued another house together.
That's it's really like when somebody, just works only on their upper body and they don't work on their lower body. That's how the house looks. It's like you got a strong upper body.
Yeah, the house looked like it missed leg day. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it never does leg day. Never does it.
Ever.
So I need her to do some more leg press to get that together.
Let's see what else. They talked about
Wendy tells her family thing. Karen plans the little love party. She's telling everybody, telling Ray she's gonna do a love party. She wants everybody to come together and just be kumbaya, wants everybody to get along. Okay, Karen, you gotta stop being shady and petty boo for everybody to get along too. So you gotta own up to your part.
Yes, she does.
Wendy has everybody over. Her family over. They have a traditional dinner. And she was like, she was so happy because she can't have these foods because all of her American family and friends can't eat the food because it's too spicy. I've heard that before.
Oh, trust me. Oh, okay? Spice is real, okay?
I've heard that before.
I tried, there's a marinade. I have a lot of, Nigerian people and friends and stuff that I know. So it was a marinade they put on their meat and stuff. I just put my pinky, and I tasted it. When I tell you my lips were numb, my nose was running, my whole mouth became numb. It is hot. It's good, but it's hot. Like it's not your little, you put a little too much cayenne on it. No, honey. That the spices they use habanero and
stuff.
Yes, it's not a game, honey. Your asshole is gonna be on fire. You hear me?
So you're trying to melt my insides? Is that what you're trying to do?
It's gonna happen, child. It's gonna happen. I have a very. It's not embarrassing. It's not an embarrassing story, but it's a story for another day, though, child.
That's story time.
Yes. Anywho.
So, Wendy lets her family know that she's wanting to start a home essentials business. And her mom was like, okay, I support you because you've accomplished a lot. So that's what you want to do. That's cool. But when her mama told her that she wanted a boob job.
And they gonna pay for it.
They was like, what? She said, yes. Yeah. I'll give you 30 days.
Or if you don't,
I'm gonna sue you. I said, what kind of mess?
I thought it was funny because she was like, my mom was not supportive of me ending my profession, but
she's
she's
okay
very
with
open
this.
and accepting of a boob job.
Right, she's okay with all this.
Because mama said my boobs are like flapjacks. I want to be pushed up and
said,
pushed in too.
I want my girl to be sitting up too.
I know that's right.
But it was nice to see that their relationship had grown. They had turned a corner because last season,
her mom was like, "You trying to quit your profession, like to be a?"
She's like, "You trying to embarrass me?"
I thought that Wendy already quit her being a professor.
I think that she was. I thought that she was quitting being a commentator. I don't know which one.
I thought that she was quitting being a professor so that she could be a political commentator. And now she's talking about she wants to end her profession in general to sell candles.
So I think that she's saying, so that means she's not doing any of it anymore. So everything that she went to school for.
To be a housewife. She's like, I feel like she wants to take on what's going on with Housewives of Potomac.
She wants to fully
start her little business like everyone else do and do that. Okay, I mean, girl. Go off, honey. You know what? She got her 4 degrees. She worked hard for them. Go ahead, take some time off and just live your best life as a housewife.
You know, do what you need to do. Do what you feel is best.
Do it. Let's see. So Karen then visits Ashley.
Listen. Karen came over there to that house and she was telling her, "Hey, I want to invite you to this party." Ashley said, "Well, I want to ask you about Sing Sing. What is Sing Sing?" And she was like, "I'm gonna be honest with you."
She was talking out her ass.
She said it rhymed. Didn't it sound good?
It didn't rhyme though. It didn't rhyme.
Karen, this is what my issue about.
This is what Karen, you're my favorite on this franchise. I love me some Karen. I love her fashion. I think she's hilarious. But girl, you can't just be saying the most outlandish, random thing and want people to be like to back you. For you to say, and then we went to Sing Sing, like, huh? Like, if you're gonna read Gizelle, read her with her truth. Just like she was trying to read you with your truth, your drunk truth, your cheating truth, your bankruptcy truth. You better tell that girl her truth too.
She got enough going on in her life that you can read her. I mean, you can do it. Her daughters did. Her daughters read her. It was,
oh yes.
So Karen was just like, yeah, basically it was nothing. I was just goofing around, basically. I was just talking, out my ass. So Ashley goes and gets Baby Dean. Baby Dean cries when
as soon as he sees Karen.
Karen was like, "Okay, I'm leaving." Okay, nope.
Yes.
Nope.
So that baby was like, I don't want to deal with this woman. I don't want this woman.
Right. Ashley said, if Baby Dean don't fuck with you, basically he don't fuck with you. Like, that's just what it is.
So then we show that people have received their invites. Candice says that, she wants Karen to acknowledge what she experienced last year with Monique.
Right.
Gizelle says she ain't coming. Robinson, she ain't coming.
Her and Juan was like, "Oh, what's the?" Yeah, I'm not. Juan was like, "I'm not going," and then Robin was like, "Yeah, me neither." Again, Robin, why are you here? We didn't miss you at the party. Like nobody.
Does anybody know?
Or not anyway.
Like Robin,
Giselle
Robin should have been demoted to a friend of Gizelle.
Show. Yeah.
Because honestly, even next episode, we'll start to see a little bit more between what's going on with Robin and Juan. I could care less about what's going on with Robin and Juan. I could care less.
Most that you're probably going to hear us probably talk about them unless something really happens between them is, why is she here? That's what y'all going to probably hear us saying all season. Why is she still here?
I typically tune out because she's like, I'd rather watch paint dry because she's boring. She's real beige. Like, girl, go somewhere. I'm tired of her. And I'm just tired of her always, it's all about, she wants to speak up when it's regarding Gizelle. That's the part that gets on my nerves. Like, you're just her lapdog. Like, I can't take it. You bring nothing to this show. Nothing.
What's going on in your life, girl?
He's a sidekick. That's it. You're literally Robin to the Batman.
It's Robin and Batman.
Right, literally. Anyway, so Gizelle has a little talk with her girls. She talks to her girls, talking about, giving some dating advice, what not to date, what, all this stuff, trying to prepare them because they're getting up in that age and starting to date and go to college and stuff. It seems like the girls gave better advice to her than she gave to the girls. Because
Robin, Gizelle, you don't have a good track record, baby, to be trying to advise your girls.
Yeah, she was telling the girls, don't date no rappers, don't date no athletes,
don't date no
drug dealers. And so the girls basically told her, you know what, you're not really emotionally available for your relationship. You kind of check out once things get bad, and you should stick to it and talk things out and work things out, but you don't. Like, I'm happy that the girls have more common sense than their mama.
I agree.
That's all that matters. As long as they're learning from their mom. They're living vicariously through their mother, because they said, Ma, you have terrible taste in men.
Yes.
So who are you to tell me what and who not to date when I know I can see your
list of men,
and it's like, no thanks. We see each other.
Right. Like, I'm glad that they see their mother for who she is and not who she's trying to portray herself to be.
Yes. Yes.
That's the problem.
So then we have Karen's event.
Girl.
Mia and her husband come first. Wendy and her husband arrive. Then Ashley arrives solo with the baby bump. And last arrive is Candice and Chris. So it's crazy how Mia, truthfully, Nene done basically told the truth on this whole friend that are coming to the franchise, whatever, because like Ray never met Mia. So I was like, so y'all ain't really friends, child. You just probably know her at one or two
social events.
Exactly. But whatever, child. Anyway. Right. So when Candice and Chris arrive, Candice invites Karen to see her new house, and that just made Karen so happy.
It did.
And it's just like, Karen, if you really cared as much as you're seeing that you care about your friendship with Candice, I wish that she didn't put herself in the middle of the Candice and Monique thing.
I agree, but I also feel like, all the times that we watch these shows, we've been watching reality for quite some time. It's hard for me to feel like some of the stuff is genuine at times, because why are you just not having these conversations when the cameras start rolling?
Basically, because it's like, I ain't gotta deal with you until I have to, because it's my job to deal with you.
Because it's like, if you really, like you said, genuinely cared about your relationship, you would have been called her and said, hey, let's squash this. I should have known that you moved. Like, I would have known that you moved already, and I would have been trying to come over and make amends with you, so I could have came to see your house, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm glad that Candice was being the bigger person and didn't say, well, I'm gonna bring it up to her that you didn't support me last year and da da da.
And that's why I'm saying I'm liking Candice this season, because she's like, you know what? I don't want to fight no more. That was last year. I don't want to do that this more. I'm going to move forward. That's why I'm liking Candice this season.
But I feel like, I don't know how Karen's going to be. I feel like Karen's going to stay in the petty boat, and I'm going to try to remember that and not be like, I don't want to, judge Candice based on how she reacts because of Karen's actions. Because sometimes, as we've seen, Candice, her reactions to things, you be like, girl, that was not necessary.
Right. She's really,
you did too much. You did too much. Even though she might have been provoked, you be like, girl, you did too much.
Right.
Come on now, girl. You could have walked away. You could have did this at the third. So I just hope that she keeps the same energy that she's on, and just learn to walk away. Don't entertain stuff. Just, girl, I got other stuff going on.
We see some type of confrontation when they did the little season trailer. So you see a confrontation between her and Mia. So we'll see how that goes.
Like I said, I'm not here for Mia, girl. It's like, I'm tired of y'all bringing people on the show I understand you bring people on the show to spice it up, to bring new energy and all that stuff. But it's like every time I bring somebody to a show, it's just they're just bringing drama, and that gets old. Like,
Well, they say that Bravo was desperate to find someone to replace Monique, and that's why. Well, they say that, I don't know if this is true or not. This is allegedly, honey, but that's why Robin was going to be demoted to just a friend. But since Monique backed out, there's like, nah, we have to keep her.
they're trying to
So
keep that
that's
like
what I heard. I don't know if it's true or
people.
not, but that's what I heard. That
They're trying
basically
to keep like
Monique
7
helped
people at a time.
Robin to stay in the as a main character, because Lord knows no one checking for her. Not a nan of a person checking for her. Who checking for her? Everybody in the
Any of you
comments,
guys,
let me know if anybody
right?
checking for Robin and y'all interested in her storyline.
Who
I'm just
out here
curious.
is a fan of Robin?
I'm just curious.
Please tell me if you a fan of Robin.
So for whatever reason, Mia starts talking about her vag rejuvenation again. Something about like because they're talking about Ashley and her baby bump, and
Yes.
Mia said that she had all her kids via C-section.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was like, oh, I thought since you had the vag rejuvenation thing that you had natural birth. She was like, no, we just, a lot of pounding going on. Basically, you a hoe. Because your vagina is a muscle.
That comes up again later on. Yeah,
if it stays loose, that means you ooh, child.
What kind of
honey? That's when Wendy calls out Mia for being a flip flopper.
Yes, with the whole Karen and Gizelle thing, when she was like, so basically she was like, at the party, because I don't know why she felt the need to be like, oh, I changed my mind. Basically, like, I changed my mind on Gizelle. I don't think that Gizelle's that great of a person.
Yeah, because I think Karen brings up again why she started not liking Gizelle because of what she said about Ray. And now
Gizelle's not here, so people feel
now all of a sudden Mia's like, yeah, she's not a good person. And it's just like, no, excuse me, you heard
why do you feel that
Karen's reason at the dinner, and you still decide to exchange numbers and become friends with Gizelle because she has a good. You can feel that she has a good heart.
She said,
so don't try to keep that same energy. Keep the same energy.
Situation. That's what I was trying to do.
And my thing is this: you don't have to be Gizelle's enemy just because Karen is her enemy.
Right.
You could just be neutral. Like, I don't know you like that. I am gonna proceed with caution because of what my friend said, but I'm not gonna just have a beef with you. But for you to completely do a 180, it's weird. It's fake.
I wouldn't have got your number. I wouldn't have got your number. I would have just been like, I'm gonna just sit back and peep the scene and see how things really go. And if you didn't give me any reason not to like you, I mean, if something genuinely developed between us, then I would just tell you, I'm like, I understand y'all have y'all issues. I don't have a problem with her, but out of respect for you, I'm not gonna put you in no situation with her. Like, I'm not gonna invite y'all to no parties or nothing. But like, come on, I'm not gonna do what you did. Like, you went over there talking, oh no, she's a great person. It's you. I'm gonna be friends with her. I'm gonna get her phone number, blase, blase. You did all this stuff, and now you come back talking. After finding out how she really talks about people, and for her to say about Ray, I don't like her.
A complete 180.
What did you do? Have a phone call with Karen after y'all left, and she told you, like, what was you not present?
So yeah, Mia's trying to defend herself, and that's when Wendy was like, "We're not coming for you. We're not coming for you. We're just calling out your BS. We're not coming for you." I assume that Mia kind of felt attacked. Everyone's making little comments, rightfully so though, because you are a flip flopper.
In the position to be attacked.
And then the whole hand, get your hand out my face. What are you gonna do about it?
What are you gonna do? Wendy was looking like, where's the camera at?
Oh, this is starting to get a little deja vu-ish of this barn with the get your hands out my face.
Look, what are you gonna do? You're gonna drag me?
Exactly. Hey. That's all Mia had to say, Lord. I'm like, oh my God, here we go, part 2. And fight.
Right.
So then they play a game, Happily Married. Ash is the MC because she's the only one without
her spouse.
a spouse. The game was cute. They asked like the
I like the
newlywed
game.
game and stuff.
Yeah.
It was cute.
It's like who
I didn't
knows
write
their
down the
spouse
questions though.
the best. Like it was like, where did you guys meet?
Right.
Where's
What's your
your
husband's favorite position?
where's your ideal place to have sex or something like that, or
What's the
something
freakiest
like
place
those
you've
kind of
had
questions.
sex?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was cute.
So
Now Mia did during the game. Mia said that she thinks that Wendy is insecure,
she did.
and
She thinks that she's controlling too of her husband. Now there was two scenes that we talked about that
she
it
is.
did show that
Wendy
she was
is
controlling, because it
We
was
see
like
it.
the one scene when they were talking about how they met. Her husband's like explaining his side. He's like, oh yeah, we met when she was like 17. And he was
Mhm.
like, yeah, we were 17 and we met. She said, turn your board around, let me see. And he's like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm telling my story. And then when they asked which cast member would you like to,
Would your
have sex with or
husband?
be with? Yeah,
Would your
have threesome with.
Yeah.
And she was like, we gonna put nobody, because I see you got Mia there. You gonna put nobody. And so everybody else is putting their names, and everybody's kind of like, oh, laughing about it. It's funny,
Right.
Ain't nobody taking it seriously. Them two both turn around and they say nothing.
Right.
And it's like,
for one, they cheated.
Because it's like.
But yeah, I don't think that Wendy is quote unquote insecure. No. I do think that she is controlling though.
She's territorial.
I can see that.
Yeah.
But it's just like Mia, no one's I don't how Mia doesn't think someone's jealous of her, or you know what I mean? Because ma'am, you look like a Bratz doll.
Don't do it. Oh, you about to say something? Okay. Yeah.
No. I said I'm not, and I'm not.
Good.
I'm not. Anyway. This is a side conversation we had earlier today.
Good job.
But also one of the questions were how you met your husband, and Mia and her husband, they met at a strip club.
Mia said
she was a bartender.
A bartender. Candice said, if you was a bartender, I am a white man. Yeah. That's why she had that surgery. She was out there throwing that thing in a circle.
Mia. I honestly, my first impression, I liked you. This episode, ooh, I see some red flags. I don't like that.
No.
In the game, Wendy and her husband Eddie won. And they cheated, but that's beside the point. They won. Right. And that was pretty much it for this episode. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that was it. I mean, it was a lot of. We still got a lot of shade throwing, and that's to be expected with any of these ladies. You get ladies together, we're gonna do that. So yeah, in conclusion for this episode,
right?
We haven't did this in a long time. We have not rated an episode in a very long time.
We have not, because most of them was like F's, but. We haven't. This one I would rate a B-. I was
about to say, yeah, I would give it a B. It wasn't completely trash like we've had in previous.
It didn't need to be an hour and 15, though. I know that it did not need to be an hour and 15 minutes. I can tell you that.
You was very upset about this hour and 15. I wasn't even clocking it, but I would. Well,
you know why I was clocking it, because of the time frame I was trying to watch.
Yeah, that you was working with. You had to clock it. So yeah, I would give it a solid B.
I get a B-. Yeah.
I give it a, 85. Isn't that a B? I think it's a B. 85.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
I'm giving it an 80. I'm giving it an 80, not a 79.
That's a C, I think.
No. An 80 is a B-.
For all the people that got kids in school and stuff, because it's been quite some time since I see the grading scale, let us know if an 80 is a
79.9 is a C. 80 is a B.
Anyway,
I wanted to be a teacher. I know what a B is.
It don't change the grading scale. I think
they did. They probably did though. Child, nowadays. Anyway, that's all we got though.
I want to thank everybody, for supporting us. Continue to like, comment, subscribe.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Yes. And until next time.
Next week.
Bye, guys.